Extraordinary Meet. I'm Erin Dragonsong, founder of Wicca Spirituality, as well as Breakthrough Alchemy, Entrepreneur Magick, and if all goes well, soon, Earth Ascending TV. If you're familiar with me, I might look a little different. I'm growing my hair out. I'm trying new things. I don't know. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it, but this is where it is for today. So I'm here today because I want to share with you some powerful changes that are coming in 2024 and some really, really good, exciting news. And also your part in it, like how you can help it along and how you can get the best benefits of these changes for yourself. So at the end of each year, I check in with the goddess and with the earth energy field to get a sense of what's coming for the next year. And what I saw for 2024 made my heart sing. What I was given to understand is that this is the year when the spiritual golden age actually begins. This is the year, 2024, when we're finally entering into the new era. If you've heard me talk about this before, you know it's difficult to pinpoint some 1,000 years transition, right? It's not like a door opening and closing, but it's like the dawn coming. You know, when is the moment when one day is ended and the new day has begun? It's a process and there aren't any clear boundary lines. So I've been saying since 2012 that we're in the transition phase. We're on the threshold, I would say at 2012. I was saying we were on the threshold. And in the birth analogy that I've often used, which seems ever more appropriate, the labor had begun in 2012 in earnest. Well, in 2020, that labor kicked into high gear. That's the part where the labor coach is urging you to push, right? So now here we are in 2024. And what I perceive now is that the new era is crowning. You can see the head, right? It's not fully in the world yet, but it's definitely making its entrance. I don't know about you, but I have been waiting for this year all of my life. I am ecstatic, especially after the almost unbearable trials of the past few years, when it looked for a long time as if we could be sliding into a hell on earth we have not even barely begun to imagine. I mean, there's still a small possibility of that happening. If we're not vigilant, that could still happen. But to be finally stepping into the new earth after all of this time and all of these challenges, it just is such a wonderful gift to receive that message that I just had to share it with you. I've been thinking of doing this video, honestly, for 2 months, but welcome to the state of my life. I'm not getting around to it that fast. So I do want to say it's not going to necessarily be a smooth and easy ride from here on. Labor's not over yet, folks. There's still some intense work to be done. Now, what does that mean, work to be done? Whose work? How is it done? Before I talk about that, let me share why this is so valuable. This just happened to me today, like in the night, actually. So I've been doing some new kinds of inner work. This one I'm really loving is a particular breathing, visualization, body blessing, healing kind of work using pink light. This is, I guess, day 4 of this new practice for me. I often wake up in the night, as you may do. And when that happens, I always do some kind of meditation or visualization or something as I'm lying in my bed and, aiming to fall asleep again. That's what happened last night. I was awake about 1:30, I think, doing this pink light practice, and I fell asleep still doing it. And then suddenly, I don't know how much later, but suddenly I was abruptly awoken by the most amazing experience. I don't know how to describe it other than, now I wasn't awake and I wasn't dreaming, but I was, and I wasn't even in that in-between stage. It was like I was in a dreaming state, except it wasn't a dream. If you've had certain kinds of special dreams, you know what I mean. And what happened was, it was like there was this explosion of massive joy, pure, huge joy going on in the center of my being. And this was not a human type emotion. It's not like happiness and like, oh, it feels so good. It was an energy so expansive, so powerful. It was literally like a sun, not literally, figuratively, like a sun bursting awake in my solar plexus. It was so powerful that it actually woke me up right out of sleep. This was actually one part of 3 novel, amazing experiences I had last night. But it's the one I want to share with you because it's the clearest sign of elevating to another energy level. That's the kind of gift or prize that's awaiting for those who are doing their inner work these days. So, as you may have picked up, as I've implied, inner work basically means whatever kind of healing of trauma or injury or illness you're doing, however you're elevating your awareness or emotions or thought processes. For example, like doing Ho'oponopono or light visualizations or gratitude practices or tapping or, magnetic sweeping, if you've worked with me before. There are a million ways of doing this. I've currently been doing a lot of stuff around quantum leaping, which is jumping into new and better realities intentionally by choice. And I'm actually developing a whole program of how to do this most effectively. I've become half convinced that that's what magic is really doing. The magic that we do is not changing our lives or the world, but shifting us into a reality where what we want already exists, or at least it's closer to us. It's more possible than ever before. So I think this is next level magic. I call it quantum alchemy. And if you're interested in learning how to shift realities and jump timelines, if you're interested in this next level magic, I've made a page you can go to and sign up for info. And I'll get back to you and let you know what's going on. But either way, be sure to be giving yourself the time and the gift of working on clearing your emotional and mental fields, lightening your energy field, expanding your heart, developing love and gratitude and higher frequency divine energies. Because as this process goes on, Mother Earth is getting harder and harder on those old burdens. We can't carry them forward anymore. So they are going to hit you in the face harder and harder. There's one other thing I want to tell you before I go. You may be finding that stuff is like just jumping up. Old patterns could be jumping up on you and pulling you down. Right? You could be feeling like, oh, I've worked on that for so long. And all of a sudden you just fall back way deep in that hole again. This is not necessarily, it's not really a bad thing. I'm sorry to say it. It's not pleasant. And I know because I've been going through it too. But what's happening is these things are coming up in our face so that we have the opportunity to clear them because now we're ready. Now we are ready and the earth is ready and the time is now and there's no more waiting, right? This is the now or never time. We're, as I've said before, this is Armageddon. We're in the Armageddon war and it's good versus evil in a way. And we are each the battlefield, so to speak. So clearing those negative, harmful, lower, more disruptive or destructive energies, that's our job. That's why we're here. And as you do this, you get those kind of wonderful gifts like I got last night and many, many others I could give you examples of. And life will get a lot easier because those things are just going to keep coming up in your face until you clear them, until you heal them, because this is the time of our healing, which is the healing of Mother Earth. So I will put the link below that you can go and you can sign up for information on quantum alchemy. I hope you do, because it is like, there's just this fantastic thing that's happening in our ability to jump realities into the kind of life that we actually want, into the kind of world that we want, into the results that we want. And I'm doing this workshop as well with my spouse, which is a first. And there's because a lot of these wonderful tools I'm getting from my spouse. So I'm not going to teach it on my own, right? This is a really different thing. And it is, I think, the best thing coming out right now. So I might be biased, but come check it out for yourself. All right, that's all I wanted to share with you today. Have a wonderful day. Have a blessed 2024. I can't wait to hear how it's going for you. I'd love to hear your comments below, so feel free to do that as well. Take good care, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.